people, we are here today for another episode of Project Be Best blog, today with a very hot topic. So it's a bit tricky and I'm not exactly sure how am I going to explain this with simple words for everyone to understand, but it's very important to get this basic idea. Today I want to think your body, your mind, your soul, your whole existence like a machine, like an engine. So what I want to make clear is that the better the input of this machine, the better will be the output. You know, most people don't seem to understand this simple concept, and while they can grasp the idea that, let's say, the better fuel or gasoline we put in a car, the better the performance will be. But when it comes to themselves, they just simply can't seem to get this basic idea, this very simple idea. So that's why I'm here today for this episode to explain this basic concept to you. So let's say that your body and soul is like, let's say, a fast car, a special car, like a Ferrari, for example. This example is totally random, okay? So for the first pillar of health, the second of relationships, and the third of wealth, someone can get some basic input from people, from books, from social media, from magazines, from television, everywhere, and consequently they will produce some output out of this, alright? So for example, think of yourself like this. If I eat a burger or a pizza or a pie, let's say, and if I drink sodas, if I smoke, if I drink alcohol and all this, what will be the output of my body will be? What will be the result? So it makes total sense that if I consume all these products, I'm going to be fat, lazy, tired. I will have many health issues like diabetes, like high blood pressure. I'm gonna be fat, I'm gonna be tired and with no energy all the time. I mean, it makes total sense, right? It's very simple. But unfortunately, when it comes to other issues, like for example the social issue or the wealth issue and all that, people just seem confused. They don't understand that the exact same analogy comes to all these principles as well. So for example, what stands true for the burger and pizza example, the exact same thing stands true when you consume products of television, soap operas, stupid discussions and chit chat with people that don't have a healthy mindset and all this stuff. Imagine this scenario. You go out for a coffee with a friend of yours that he just broke up with his girlfriend. Imagine what he's going to tell to you, that it's her fault, that she could not understand him, that she doesn't know what the hell she's doing, that she's a bad person maybe, and all this stuff. But where did this come from? It came from the bad input he has got from around him. So for example, if he had some friends in the past or another girlfriend in the past that all his input was of bad quality, the same output would be as we would have as a result. I mean, it makes total sense, right? So for the first pillar, which is basically very important, and this is one for health, I would really advise you to apply this fundamental principle as basic as it gets. In other words, I mean, if you want your output to be of the best possible result, like for example, be healthy and have very high performance, then you would only need to consume products of the best quality. The food, the sleep, the stress, and all these things should be of high quality in order to have the resulting high quality output. As an advice here, I could suggest two very nice books for you. The first one is called The Ultramind Solution, and the second one is called The Primal Blueprint. Both excellent books in order to have a general idea of what your input health-wise should be. About the second pillar, let's take the relationship and social circle. The exact same principle stands true as well. What I mean by that? That if you want healthy relationships, good quality relationships, whether it is a sexual relationship, a business relationship, or a simple friend relationship, let's say, you should always try to associate your people you're hanging out with, or the people you get the input from, to be of the highest possible quality. I mean, if your friend is just a guy who hates women for some reason, I don't know why, maybe he was heartbroken for many years and he hates all women, take a minute and think, what is the input you're going to get from this guy? You're going to get lousy advice that all women are bad and they always need to break your heart and they don't deserve to be with you and all this stuff. I mean, it's crap, right? We all know that both men and women have their special needs, everyone in their, let's say, special way, special case, and we would like to cover as many of these needs as possible. I mean, if your friend is a guy who cannot manage a girl, it's not the girl's fault, it's his fault. So, I mean, you get the idea, right? So, three very helpful books I have to propose for you in this case is The Connected, The Selfish Gene, and The Influence. All these books, together with a few more, but let's say these are the basic books, will help you to understand how people influence each other and how important our social circle is, and what to do in order to improve your relationship with all these people, what they need, what they crave for, what they do, the things they do in order to have a better result in your relationships. And finally, my favorite topic, let's say, it's the most difficult one to understand, is about money, wealth, and all this stuff. Again, here is very difficult for people to understand that our input from other people, from other social media, from magazines, and all this stuff, most of the times have very low quality. I mean, imagine the last time you talked with a friend about money and wealth and all this stuff. Most comments I get in my social circle are that, you know, it's impossible to become a millionaire, it's very difficult, it will take you many years, and all the people that have made it were thieves, or they found their money from their father, or they used some unorthodox methods, some outlaws, and all this stuff, which is totally crap, okay? It's scientifically based and proven that about 70 or 80 people that are millionaires, at least in US, are first generation millionaires. In other words, they made the money themselves and they didn't inherit it, or they didn't steal it and all this stuff. So this is completely bullshit. So imagine this, if you talk with some people like that, or some people who think that the government is drinking their blood, they're killing them, they take away all their money, and that's why they are poor. This is the kind of input and influence and association you have with money and wealth, which is totally wrong. I mean, if you really think about it, and if you read, and if you study, and if you have a very clear understanding about money and wealth, you will see that all this is crap, let's say. It's totally up to you how you will handle your future, your power, your energy, your time in order to make more money or not to make more money. So that's why all your input should be of this quality again. You should associate with people of higher status if possible, of higher net worth, of very nice, very big success and all this stuff. And then and only then your input should be the one you should have. When you think about big ideas, success, greatness, excellence, big money and all this stuff, your mind will start working in this way. You will stop and think, okay, this guy has done it. This guy drives the Ferrari. This guy has this nice big house with pool and all this stuff. So not only it's possible, but now I have, let's say, a path of how I'm going to do it myself. I have a clearer vision. I have a clearer way of coping, let's say, some of these things, and have my own healthy and wealthy output about that. So the basic books about this area are many. I mean, I have read already more than 55 books about, let's say, wealth, but in the show notes I will have a link with my top 5 books for you. So to sum the whole thing up, if you want to be in great shape, have great relationships and have much money, all you need to take for is your input. What comes from here is processed within your body, your brain and all this, and what is the output that you get on the other hand. So imagine this. Imagine if your body and soul was a Ferrari. Would you feed it on a bad quality gasoline? Would you eat that burger? Or would you see this stupid soap opera on the television? Or would you take advice from a poor people? If not, then there's no reason to do it yourself. If the answer to the first question about the car is no, then why would you do it in your own body and soul? I mean, it's way more important than the lousy car, isn't it? It only makes sense. Until the next time, see you there.